let's start this video off properly this time and not some random nonsense that I'll go back on right after I say it. But oh my god, it's been like a week and a half or something. Was the last one on like Saturday or so? I don't even, it doesn't matter, but it feels like it's been a long time actually, and it has felt like that for like the past week. I don't know why. It just feels like, I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks since the last talk or something, but we're back, and as you could hear, I am a little sick. I'm just kidding. I'm not sick, just suffering, which I'll get to complaining about it at some point during the video, probably at the very start. But there is, even though it hasn't been a long time, but it still has. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's just because I've done a bunch of random. Oh, can I say that? Maybe just well, there is a lot of things to talk about this week, and I just don't. It's just really easy to forget them, so I'm probably gonna miss out on like half of my points I was gonna make, and that won't be too good. We got next week. We got next week, and I can always say I could have said this last week, but oh right, yeah. So yeah, I'll just see how much I can remember. You know what? I'm gonna complain about it now. This is just ridiculous, right? I sound like a pissed off teacher. It's just at the hay fever. It's gotten out of hand. I like, if literally right today, it feels so fantastic. Like it's such a vibe today. I really would like to just bust out Minecraft and start just like, I don't know, doing stuff on Minecraft just for fun for a day. And that would be great. That would be absolutely lovely. I love this weather. I love this temperature. It's like quite warm today. But with warm days comes dehumidified air, and with dehumidified air comes hay fever. Yes, so uh, I like how I said that. Like I was exposing something. I was like what's it? Revealing something, but I've already said it. But no, it's just these days. It's just like for the past week, I've been suffering so badly, and my nose has gone all stingy from rubbing with the tissue paper, and I just can't breathe. I can't do anything through my nose anymore, and it's just not fun. It's not fun whatsoever, and it's also bad because I've had to do a bunch of random like work stuff for the past few days, and I can't do anything. I literally cannot when I have to go and rub my nose and blow a tissue every like 2 minutes. It's just not possible. It's not efficient, and frankly, I don't enjoy it. So remove, please, life. Remove hay fever from this world. I don't understand how evolution let this happen. It's abhorrent. But that's always been a running complaint on this channel every single time it gets around to spring, which has only been maybe once or twice because I started this channel like a year ago. Not really. When I was like in the latter half of 2019, wasn't it? Which kind of sucks as well because I really should have actually used it to its full potential back then, which I didn't for whatever reason. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna talk like every month or so on here. But 2019 was like the most talk-worthy year. Like I literally could have talked about so much, and I could have listened back to all the stuff I was saying back then, and had a good time. But no, I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna talk about, I don't know what I was talking about back then, like art and stuff. It was kind of boring. I just not very interesting whatsoever. So that's just not fun. But yeah, it is. It has been quite a bit. And every time it comes around to this time of the year, you hear me complain about it, which I think is I'm quite obligated to do, seeing as this is my talk and I get to talk about whatever. I'll get to complain about whatever I want here, except for stuff that I don't want to complain about because other stuff gets a bit whiny. But this is just real. This is just rel, as they say on the Pixelgun subreddit. It's just I can't. It's like my life right now has been devoted to hay fever. Well, forcefully devoted anyway. But that's enough of that. Speaking of doing a bunch of work the past few days, let me tell you about this the weirdest, strangest, most just I don't know, kind of rubbish as well. Lawn mowing. You love it. This is literally what my talk has become. This is like remember my my what are they called? My segments. The segments that I had like prepared with like what's it? Random number generators and stuff. This is my segments now. Every single talk you'll find my lawn mowing experience, music week. Well, there used to be work, but now it's just not really. And I'm world build quite a bit. Every single talk, it's just the same thing over and over again, and hence why now is just a terrible year for talks, or just this period of time in general, just me sitting at home and getting nothing done. I got nothing to say, but no, there's this week things have changed. Okay, I got some more fun things to maybe film myself in the future in. So let's get on with that. So yeah, lawn mowing. It was not quite a lawn mow, more like a lawn barber, lawn cut. Well, basically, instead of using the stupid weed whacker that breaks down every 5 minutes, I just grabbed a pair of scissors and cut down the lawn. And I know a pair of scissors is a bit like what's it uh exaggerated. It was like it was one of those trimmers, you trim the leaves. It's quite big, it's quite long, a long scissor, and I used that to cut like half of the grass, and it was just awful. Like it's just terribly, not ironic because that is the wrong word, but just terribly terrible that I'm literally the only person qualified to mow the lawn in this house, and I have heavy hay fever. And you can imagine what I spent 90% of the time doing rather than lawn mowing, cutting the lawn. Uh, I was just, it got so bad that I had to bring like a toilet paper roll out just to like blow my nose in, and my mum wouldn't even let me throw the stupid paper just on the ground because it decomposed anyway. But she thought it was gonna, I don't know, start growing tissue paper trees or something, and she didn't want that or something. I don't know, but I spent 90% of the time just blowing my nose, and it's just awful as well because without the weed whacker, I have to like kneel down to do it, and I got a terrible backache doing it, which is just great. I ended up only doing half of it, but like the other half wasn't even that overgrown, so I just left it, and I just cut down some of the big ones, and then I call that a pretty good lawn mowing job. but here's something that should have been done ages ago. I said to my mum, what, like, why don't we just get like a side, because she's been like, like I've been talking about it as well, where we've literally got like a moving house as like, how do you express this? A house moving worth of boxes arriving the past few, maybe last month or something, and I just said, why don't you buy like a scythe from China or something, and like, cause like I brought the idea up like I don't know, like a year ago, like 2 years ago, like, oh, we need a scythe. Scythe would be so much easier to lawnmower with, because I don't like lawnmowers, and that has proven to, yeah, be apparent these past few lawn mowing experiences. Um, and so we just never got one because I just didn't know where to get them from, and like, because no one sells scythes these days. But instead of a scythe, she got a sickle, which I still have to kneel down with. But apparently, it's better than the scissors, so I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, I mean, and apparently we just can't mail the scythe across. It's just a bit. It's like, it's quite an eccentric tool, isn't it? Like, oh, who actually uses scythes? I don't know. I like the idea. Or just like, maybe I just like the idea. It's like terrible to use, but it's literally a lawnmower. But you don't use electricity. It's like there's no spinning going on because the blade's sharp enough to just go at it. You don't even have to do anything, and you just cut the grass. Like, why do you have to spin something? And it's like it's not even like less efficient. Like, you can't actually yeah, it wears down, but like, so does the lawnmower. Well, for me anyway, because every single time I mow the lawn, the stupid line gets like drawn out, and I have to reset it every single time. It's just a waste of time, and you might as well be like sharpening the blade as you do it. Sharpening the blade. It's just like terribly I don't know, like medieval, isn't it? Using a sickle to mow the lawn with. I don't know. It just it sounds a lot easier than. Well, I say that it's just because our lawnmower is like absolutely horrible. Because you have to prepare like 10 things just to get to doing something. Because you have to like grab out the like 100 meters of cord, and then it's just not at all convenient. So yeah, just sickle sounds a lot more easy to handle. So that's just gonna be good once that arrives in like a month, and I could go sickle the grass. Yes, I'm so excited. God, this is the sort of challenge. This is a childhood, isn't it? Just getting excited about the dumbest things, like, oh, something new. Let's go. Speaking of childhood, I've finally gotten around to, because I've gotten so bored. Not that not that there's anything against these, but I've just been trying to remember like things that I used to listen to, or things that I could just like binge or something in the background, because there's nothing left on YouTube. I've got stupid EDM which I already listened to for like 2 hours a day. And it just gets boring, and then I normally listen to House, but I've listened to all their videos through like 2 times now, and they've got nothing. They've got 100 videos or something, don't they? And I just go through them instantly. It's impossible. And Stampy's stuff is just, I don't know. I could get back. I mean, I was listening through to their adventure maps. I could totally just like keep on listening to them, but I've listened to them for like the past 2 years now. I think I want something a bit more different, and I've settled on something new, right? Something new. There's something nice. I don't think that's how it goes. Michael Rosen, because I always used to listen to him, but not in his pure form. More in his. I need to blow my nose. More in his YTP form, and they're brilliant. They're pretty fun to listen to, but they're not quite as I don't know. Well, they're entertaining, but they're like a different sort of entertaining. Oh God, I just like pressurize my ears really bad. I hate blowing my nose because that just feels bad. I don't know. Doesn't work really too well. This is really unprofessional. I'm sorry. I just need it. I need to get done. Okay, there we go. I feel like I need to maybe drink some water and it'll stop or something, but it never does. Oh, okay, right, whatever. Just chucked it over my bed, hoping it lands in the rubbish bin, even though 90% of the time it doesn't. But Michael Rose and I listen to his actual stories now. Oh God, I need a drink. let's just have a break. Ah, 10 minutes into the talk, we already need a break. All thanks to Hay Fever, sponsored by Hay Fever. This break is. But no, yeah. Recently I've just listened to Michael Rosen's actual stories, his classics. But I do realize that he's got like a bunch of new stuff that is actually equally as interesting. But I just don't know how to find them. I don't know. Maybe he has a whole playlist of them, but I just haven't looked. But I just Michael Rosen as a person. Like, I've always sort of respected him. I really respect him for like his, I guess, work and his involvement in just everything like involving him, and just a really responsible guy, and I really like his character. And I just for the past few days I just started actually listening to his proper stories, and I'm just really like they are actually really funny, and like his sort of whole like thing is like, I don't know, his audience is kids, of course, but like I don't know if it's just his old poems, like maybe now he's turned, I don't know, I think he's just like that, but his poems, they're like, well, his poems and stories and like just all the stuff he sort of tells, like they're really like, it's like I don't know, like adult jokes in kids cartoons or something, but just generally his stories and stuff just appeals to all ages, I feel. And I really enjoy that he doesn't like talk down or something, or like make it really kiddie, or really just, yeah, you can't really tell that his audience is kids, except that, he's like the standard story time person for kids. But it's just overall very entertaining, and I think his jokes are funny. I think his stories are very funny, and I just smiled through the whole playlist of him telling a story for the first time. And yeah, I just also think it's incredible how sort of like how on the mark he is with like talking about childhood. Like, I don't understand how someone could be this vivid. Like, I can't even be that I guess well describing. Maybe that's just like the strengths of a poet, but like he recounts childhood through the eyes of a child so brilliantly. Like, you can really, like, it's not like a adulthood recount of what happened as a kid. He's telling the story like he is the kid, and I just find that like crazy. I think like I mean, he acknowledges it, so I guess it's like, especially for someone like old as he is. Maybe that's also something that comes with being elderly, is that you can sort of understand childhood better or something. I don't know, because I don't know, old people sort of involve themselves with children more. Maybe that's just a stereotype, but it seems like that maybe. But sometimes, yeah. Oh yeah, he just tells his stuff like really well from a child's perspective. And I don't know, it's just really inspirational for me, I guess. Like, I honestly would, like, whenever I'm like, oh, what, because, I say I don't know, like, what childhood is anymore, and, like, my characters are children, and I don't know what they'd be like at some points. And if I want an inspiration, if I want to be like, oh, I wonder what Amp would do here, I could go to Michael Rosen, and he'd tell me exactly what. Well, I'm not gonna message him like, hey, I got this child character. What do you think he's gonna do? I just go to his videos and then see sort of what it's like, and I can get a really good idea of, okay, so this is what someone that age would do, and it's just yeah, inspirational. I love it, and just all his other stuff as well. Oh God, yesterday I watched like one of his like later performances. What I'd give to have Michael Rosen perform live hot food in front of me, that would literally, like, that'd be my life complete. Oh, I so wish, I so hope that he comes over to Australia more. I think because he's been here before in one of his stories, I think, which I did listen to some of his stuff at some point before, but I never really had a playlist because I don't think I had a YouTube Premium at that time, so I couldn't really listen through to it. So yeah, now that I can, I've been doing that, and yeah, he's still the sort of character that he always was, and I think he's just yeah made his sort of branding clear. I don't know. It's just I really if I ever get to see him, that'll be just brilliant. I would love that. But yeah, that's sort of what I've been listening through. Except the thing is, like, all the classic stuff is only like an hour, like 2 hours in total. So I'm gonna have to like go try to find like his lesser known stuff and try to find playlists of those, and that's just I don't know. I'll probably spend a bit of time. Maybe I'll just make my own playlist. Maybe I'll just listen through to his channel. But yeah, that's sort of what I've been listening to recently. But speaking, still back on topic, with work, I suddenly, for whatever reason, like, well, my dad came home just like, I don't know, the day before or something, and he literally just like invited me to go to work just out of nowhere, and I just went out of nowhere, and it was a bit rubbish because it was the day right after I mowed the lawn with the scissors, and I was super tired, so I couldn't really do much. Like, literally at the very in the morning, like as soon as I went there to do some stuff, I just immediately got tired, so that just wasn't really that great. But yeah, I mean, I still got some stuff done. I do feel a bit bad though because I never get, and like I was doing this job, right, and it was so, it was just, I don't know, I was so inefficient at it, and it's all down to this, right? It's all down to what was going on. Basically, my job was to peel like some I don't know, like some, what's it called, like covers, some just like stuff, just like, you know, the like screen protectors. Basically, I was supposed to peel like screen protectors off of some boards, and it was a bit terrible because every single time I did it, it would put in so much static electricity, like, because I'm ripping it, right? I'm like, and then there's like long strips that you just like charge yourself with. I swear, if I was holding a phone, it would be like charging then. I don't know if that's how static electricity works, but literally, like, every single time I did it, I'd get shocked, and it just, I don't even know like what. It's not even that it hurts. It does hurt a bit. I'll be honest. It does like go like it's like someone pinches you and just like, ah, damn, and like that literally slowed me down so much because every single time I was about to touch something, I'd sweat. My palms would go sweaty, and I'd like I'd like gather adrenaline, like, oh, no, am I gonna get shocked? Ah! And it doesn't, it's horrible because like it only zaps like the sensitive parts of your hand. Like you'd put your like palm on it and like nothing happened, and then you like touch it with the tip of your finger and just go like it would just stab you basically, and it was just awful because I literally like had to stop and build up courage just to like touch stuff. And I ended up not getting much done, but I also did some other stuff which wasn't too bad, except I was really tired and only messed up one thing, surprisingly, but still didn't really get too much done, which is unfortunate. And as well because it's just a constant in my life. Hay fever was just awful because I'd be sitting there trying to do something, and my nose would just like not work, and so I had to go off and wipe it, and then that would take like another 2 minutes, and then I come back, and then I'd be able to do like 2 minutes of work, and I have to go back to wipe it again. It's awful. I hated it. So for the rest of the day, well, I mean, I normally I normally do like, I'm okay with working from 9 to 5. I just, after that, I'm just like, I get super tired and like nothing. I don't want to do anything then. But so after 5, I was just like, I just sat in a chair and slept because I don't know. I wasn't even like, I didn't even have that bad a sleep that day. But I guess I was tired from mowing the lawn the day before, so I just sat there and slept. So I mean, this was yesterday, so I don't know why I'm recounting it like it was ages ago. But yeah. And I also got paid for it, which I do feel bad. Like, I did like so little, but it's just, it can't be my fault, right? I can't. You're gonna have to like cure my hay fever, and then you'd have something to complain about. So I hate my life. I say, sitting in my chair when everyone else is at school. I had to tell everyone there that like the school holidays are already started because they're not really that familiar with school. But I can make the excuse that I've graduated by now because my friend has, and for some reason he doesn't want to hang out with me. So, all right, I see how it is. He's probably just tired, and also he's just hanging out with his graduated friends now. So that's pretty good for him. But now we can actually like, well, I guess at that point, all my other friends would have like would have finished and went on holidays. So I could have just gone out with anyone, but I really do want to go hang out with my friends on the holidays. Somewhere, with something. I don't know how, though, because they all just seem to not want me around anymore. No, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know how to organize that sort of stuff, and also I just don't, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be super, super weird. Because I got nothing to show for being out here all this time, which is what I'm doing today. I still haven't talked about what on earth is happening on screen right now. Yeah, this, I spent the whole of last week doing this. I don't I don't know where last week went. Well, to be honest, I did do something else last week, which was a complete waste of time because basically I did talk about it last time. So one of my friends had a birthday, and I made something for him. He didn't even seem to appreciate it. He was just like, okay, great. Now I have this. I just made an animation for him for like, I don't know, it didn't even take that long though, so I guess I don't really have any ground to stand on. But still, come on, like, I guess I expected it, like, my sort of reaction, that sort of stuff, and like, oh my god, that's like great, but it just, I mean, I'm sure he appreciates it. I'm not gonna like put it on him or anything, and he did say like I didn't have to, so like it's not like he wanted anything. So I just made something for him. It's sort of just, I don't know, it's just bit of a waste of time because it might as well not have. I did make something else actually, except that was like literally like this week. That was like the day before I was supposed to make this talk, I think. Well, I was gonna make this talk like ages ago. Well, not ages ago, just maybe on the weekends or something. But ended up just feeling like making it after all this stuff because I feel like a lot of things would have happened, which it has, but now it's just a bit difficult to recount because all of this stuff has happened and I just don't remember what all of them are. But yeah, I did that for him last week, and I also drew something else which I might show. Um, but the whole of last week was devoted to Pixel. It was absurd. I lied last video. I said Pixel wasn't really that fun anymore. It's just it was awful because I realized what happened. I realized why I was on Pixel the whole time last week. It's because I stopped tryharding, and that sounds counterintuitive. Like if you if you're not tryharding, how come you play it more? But the thing is, right? The whole thing stopping me from going on Pixel back then was my grinding. I'm like, because I'm AFK. I'm always AFK and grinding, and I can't log on to Pixel on my other device if I'm already AFK on one device. Which, I mean, if it honestly, I was kind of complaining at the start that I couldn't. But I mean, before, I remember when you could, and it was like the weirdest stuff ever. You could like grind against yourself, and then sometimes like you'd lose trophies on your account, but on the other device, on the same account, you'd gain trophies, and it was just the weirdest time. Like, Pixel was so broken, and but now you can't, and I'm kind of glad because otherwise I'd still be addicted and playing whenever I could, which is what happened last week because I stopped AFKing. I was like, oh, this is awful. AFKing is awful, and I can't do it anyway. So I just stopped. I just like barely did any AFKing, and my Pixel was just free. Anytime I wanted to play, I could just open it up, and boom, you got Pixel. You could play Pixel, and you waste a bunch of time on it. But now, hopefully, now that the new lottery has started, and I've devoted myself to grinding again, hopefully I can revert that and fix my Pixel addiction to just tapping on the screen every once in a while, because that is a lot more efficient than playing and getting all annoyed at the game for being rubbish. God, last night I was trying to do a stupid event thing, and I was so close, but I didn't realize the thing had reset. So the thing was like around an hour away from resetting, but like afterwards it just reset before I was able to finish it, so I just wasted a bunch of time there as well. So that was just awful. So yeah, that's just all Pixel is right now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, last week. Oh dear, what is up with me? Why do I feel like so? Why is it? Why do I feel so awful inside? I don't know, but here's the thing I was making last week. It's actually for a contest on the Pixel Gun subreddit. I hope it's the right thing. Oh god, yeah, we go. It was an art contest on the subreddit, and at first I was like, oh, I'm not gonna participate because I can't draw. I can't draw people. And I guess I proved myself right. But like I had this amazing idea to make like a Natrix style, like badass anime character of a Skittle, which is people who use overpowered guns in Pixel and be really annoying. And I had that amazing idea, like, oh, let's make it so epic, and the shading's gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna like, I don't know, win the contest or something, which I might have a chance at still, but I don't know. I just wished it was a bit better than this. I mean, for first go, because I've never drawn people before. At some point I was gonna try to draw some people, but no, just gave up. I have no clue how to sketch people or their proportions or anything. But I have to say, right, this guy turned out really well. Apart from the face, I don't know how faces work. Like honestly, I would have been able to draw like a snout in this perspective better, and like his head just looks like his supposed to be like hunched over, but I just kind of failed because I don't know how positions work. I just sort of made a terrible thing, and I don't know. He's supposed to like look like a gremlin because these people are annoying and they suck at the game, so they use like overpowered weapons just to make up for that. But yeah, now I just made someone who actually looks kind of capable and competent, which is a complete misrepresentation. But yeah, I will say though, like the weapons, like especially like the vertical grip device, this blue and red one, it's actually like super well detailed, I think. And also like halfway through I sort of had a catharsis. What is a catharsis? I don't know. Like because you finish off all the base colors first, and then you're like, okay, time to shade this. And I can't shade. I was gonna sell shade. I was gonna like do some crazy smooth shading as well, but it's just I can't. Shading is my what's it? Well, the other thing that's like catharsis, but not really, because it's not what it means. Shading is my just not very good strength, not my weakness, in other words. But yeah, so in the end, I just decided hatchet because I can't. And the great thing about hatching is that, oh god, I just realized this looks a bit crap. I should have probably done this a bit better. But the good thing about hatching is that it makes you look professional when it's just scribbling. I just scribbled a bunch of black lines on it, and then suddenly he looks good. But the thing is, right, for whatever reason, maybe it's like the color tuning or something. Maybe it's like the different ways of displaying color on different apps. But this looks a lot better. Like this, in Sketchbook, right? I think it looks so much better than when I posted it. Because when I posted it, it just looks like absolute crap. I don't know why, but it got an okay response. I mean, I wasn't really expecting that. Well, I was expecting a bit because there wasn't really that many entries. Like there was literally like 3 entries, and most of them were like memes. And so I thought I was gonna like win something, but now there's like a bunch more. Why do I just keep dying? This is just unfair. I'm AFK on Pixelgun right now as well. I'm just gonna devote whenever I'm not using my phone. I can use it. I can like supervise it. I'm just gonna use that time to grind, because what put me off grinding last week or the past lottery was that it just never worked. I always, when I set it off, I go away and I come back, it's just stopped grinding and the screen's gone black and I just have to reset the whole thing. Not fun, but I worked out that like if you're able to do it, like whenever you're able to do it, just do it. Like whenever I'm able to supervise it, then just like whatever, because it just works then, and I'm able to grind, and now it's actually working quite well. But yeah, that's completely off topic. But yeah, I just died again. This is so dumb. I can't believe this. Things are just not working. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, God, the middle gun was so. I have all the references here. This is like the most detailed thing. I hate how I chose this gun to draw, and it doesn't even look anything like it. The shape's there, but it's just not quite right. But I mean, I guess it's a representation anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, no, it's not really a representation. It was supposed to be something epic, but I failed, so not that great. But still not that bad either. It went better than it probably could have, because this is my first time drawing people. So yeah, quite like it. Not bad. But let's get back to doing this stupid walk cycle. Yeah. So after this walk cycle, I actually still have another thing to sketch. Well, I'm doing your character here stuff. Oh really? I didn't even get anything. Oh, I hate this game. I hate this game. Stupid pizzeria. You just can't even grind on here. And stupid terrifying result. Those two maps I can't, because you can't do anything. You just die every second. It's just not fun, but whatever. We continue on. Yeah, we're doing a Euro character here uh, raffle, and I'm doing two of them, one walking and one running, because those are the two things that I've actually practiced. But yeah, I'm planning on like not just showing this like bare sketch. I'm just gonna line it a bit just with pencil afterwards, just to make it a bit more apparent what they're getting, so it's not really like it doesn't look awful and no one wants it. But yeah, God, I really hope it gets some traction. Like 10 people. Oh God, my phone's gotten hot again, and now it's not grinding well anymore. If 10 people are able to like subscribe to me, and like do all the raffle stuff, I'd call that a success. I'd say that the raffle was a success, and I'd be able to do a nice thing for the community, and that would be brilliant. But the worst would be if nobody comes, and I just then I wouldn't know what to do. I guess I'll just move on to the next thing to animate, I guess, and then yeah, it's just not really that great. It's just like I know the best way to like sort of make a name for yourself is to start socializing and talking to people, but I have no interests. I'm like the most hobbyless person, because I'm drawing, I'm editing videos, I like things. Well, I like doing things, but I don't like things. I don't like I don't I'm not like incredibly into something else. I just really like doing my own thing. And like I guess I could talk to people about, oh, so like, drawing this, what's the deal with that? You know. But like I don't go around like talking about other things ever. I'm always just like, okay, so I'm doing this right now, and that's about great. And everybody else is like, oh, have you seen the new movie? And I'm like, not a movie guy. I'm not that much of a movie person myself, so yeah. Um, and that's like the basic thing you need for socialization, is you need to be interested in other things. But I'm just interested in what I'm doing because I need to do this right now. Otherwise, I'm gonna fail completely. Even though I'd probably, how backwards is that? I'd benefit more if I stopped doing it, stop like practicing, and actually just went to consume some stuff instead of making my own stuff. How backwards? Because then I could actually be able to talk to people about stuff, and then we'd be able to make connections. And wow, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should consume stuff as a job and just talk to people, and then they'll just like give me money or something. That's just my job, is to socialize. But yeah, whatever. I think I'm just gonna have to let my work speak for itself, whether it be good or bad. And if people find me, then brilliant. If they don't, then it's just a big old shame. It's a bit less. It's a bit more than a shame when it's like my livelihood just over. Got nothing left. But speaking of brilliant, I don't know why I'm forcing these transitions really bad, aren't I? Yeah, for some sort of reason, brilliant's become like a new part of my vocabulary. This is another segment, isn't it? New things that I say. It was unbelievable, and then it was what's it? What was it? So those other words. And now it's brilliant for whatever reason. I started becoming British all of a sudden. But it's such a thing. Like suddenly I just think, all right, let's talk like this, and then I could suddenly just make my vocabulary like that. Oh great, it stopped again. But my grinding that is. But I've been thinking maybe it'd be a fun thing to do. Like if I like get get to like become an internet person. I lost again. How? Oh my God, I can't with this. I can't with this grinding. This is why I stopped, because whenever it doesn't work, you notice it. Whenever it does work, you never sort of, you're just like, oh, it's supposed to do that. But whenever it doesn't work, you're like, oh no, and you just can't do anything. You look at it, and it's still grinding. It's like thinking it's actually doing something, but it's not, because all the buttons in the wrong places, and it's just not grinding, and it's just wasting a bunch of time, and you really want to go and interfere with it to make it work again, but you just can't really be bothered, and then you're suddenly like, oh, what's the point of this anyway? I think I need to let my phone rest for a bit, because I've noticed that it grinds a lot better when you first start grinding. So like when the phone's like not 100 degrees. So I'll let it cool down for a bit and then I'll do it again. So that should help. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, if I ever become a personality, I could actually let's watch some ads because it'd be nice to get that over with. Um, I could do like a thing with my fans so that they could like submit like speech patterns for me. Like they could like choose your character, you know? They could like submit to me like a punk character and I just use the vocabulary for like a week or so and I would just be that. I guess you could do that anyway, just not it's a bit overkill, isn't it? Like making it part of my vocabulary naturally when I could totally just act it out for like a day or so. But instead, I just make it part of me. That's a bit overkill, but it still sounds kind of fun, right? You make someone's character, and you're like, and then when they're speaking and they say a word that you suggested, it's like, oh, I made that guy's speech patterns. I'm part of his speaking. I don't know. It sounds like a weird idea. I know it is quite strange, but it sounds kind of fun. Sounds like a funny sort of eccentric thing. Don't know, but yeah, I'll think about it. Well, I won't. I'll just think whether it's a good idea or not, and proceed accordingly. But yeah, apart from that, oh god, this stupid thing was supposed to be finished a week ago, but I just Pixelgun really has ruined everything because I need to just grind from now on. Just no playing, full grinding. Even though I still have to play because I do grind other things, which is annoying. Because I was so bad last time because I was literally like, I found out for whatever reason if you join the tournament at like the last hour. I don't know how the groups are separated. I don't know how they're like at which point a group starts and at which point like you can join it to get the biggest to like get all the rubbish people in your group. So like, but I joined one time like an hour before it reset, and the highest person literally had like 70 trophies, and it was so bad because like I had to do stuff that night and like I just wasted a bunch of time on it, and like the last like 20 minutes I was grinding like mad and I got second place. I was like winning a game away from first place, and I just had to settle with it because I ran out of time. It's always like that. Every single time it's like the last few seconds, the last few minutes of a event, and I join and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get this done, and then I just miss out because it's just because I just can't time Pixelgun right for the reason. Oh yeah, crap! I need to press on the ads. Okay. Um. Oh no, my audio is muffled now. Right. But yeah, that's really that. How much have I got? 3. Are you kidding me? I've got 3 keys since or is it? Hold on. No, it was it was 300 and. Okay, I might have got like 20. Wait, no, I think I actually did get just. No, I don't even care. What's the point? Oh, shouldn't I be grinding today? Hold on. What's in tournament? I think I could. I'm gonna try it again tomorrow. I think there's gonna be a duels thing in tournaments tomorrow, and in the last hour I could sort of grind it and then maybe be able to get like a terrible group and win some good stuff. So yeah, but after I finish that, it'll be good. And also, oh no, the new battle pass is coming out. I'm gonna have to like actually grind that as well now, aren't I? Oh, that's annoying. That's actually quite bad. And like, oh, yeah, this is another thing that I probably would have forgotten. So you know how the new chest, right? The new battle, well, the last battle pass, there was like the new chest and everything in it. I never got any other good rewards. I like spun it like I don't know 80 times, and then every single time I'd get stupid tickets, which I spent all of them. I spent all the stupid tickets on more chests because I thought right. Oh well, it's just literally the only use for them is the battle pass, isn't it? You need 600 tickets every season to get a battle pass, and then that's all good. So I don't really need this. But as soon as I spent all those tickets on the chests, they release a Pixel Pass store. They put weapons in the Pixel Pass store, and I can't even get them. I can't get them whatsoever because I just spent all my okay, but like I do have like a bunch of spare like battle pass credits from like before that I could convert and then I could use those. So I think I'll be okay, but it's still annoying how I literally wasted all of them just because I thought like there was nothing left to use them for. But yeah, now it's just terrible. But yeah, also I never got any other good, like I said, never got any other good rewards from the chests, like the 120 gems or so, the 150 keys and the 18 VIPs. I never got any of them. Like I don't know what the sort of drop rates are on that, but it was just absurd. I thought I was at least gonna get like one of them each, but no, I just kept on getting stupid tickets and coins, and like I got gems like 3 times, which wasn't that bad, but still isn't any good. And I didn't even get all the skins, which I was expecting to because of last season, but now it's just like they've tuned it so that it's super difficult and just a bit awful. I'm gonna be honest. Um, but whatever. Like I got all the skins that I needed anyway. Like I don't have any weapons. I don't have any weapons which the skins I don't have anyway. So it's all good. If that makes any sense. All right. How's the wing? Is that fine? Oh, why is it like why is it what's it? Why does it do weird morphing stuff? Yeah. Um, I don't know, and I don't really care. To be honest, this is fine, I think. I think the hind legs look a bit wooden. They've always looked like that. Like, I finished this, and I looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look quite right. I think the forelegs are fine. I mean, yeah, it's really that. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do with this, but it's 8 frames, I think. Yeah, 8 frames, and I just need to I just need to sketch, like, a little bit over it now, so that people can actually see what it's like and not just look at this because I'm not posting this as a your character here. That's gonna look a bit dumb. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess I start doing that. Well, how long has it been? I don't know. Probably like 40 minutes or so. Gosh, it feels like I've been talking for like quite a while, but I know in the back of my head that it's just because I've literally been like speaking at 1,000 miles per hour about 1,000 things. Because there's just been that much things going on. I don't know how. But yeah, I do realize last time I was talking, I wasn't finished with my run cycle yet. I've done with my run cycle, and I posted it onto DeviantArt. And this time it actually didn't get that much traction, so I guess DeviantArt was just pushing my past 2 animations for whatever reason. And yeah, just I guess quite expected. I'm always like at odds with myself at expecting something, like when I post something, like whenever I make something high effort, and I'm like, okay, people are bound to sort of react to this and like, I don't know, praise it or something. I don't really know. Just any sort of reaction I get, I'm like, yeah, people are gonna uh, appreciate it next time. And I'm always like in the back of my head, I'm like, are they though? What if nobody cares at all? And I'm just, I don't know. I've always come to expect, if I post something, I'll get a response. But I don't know. Sometimes I just, cause like, I mean, it is like sort of a thing, isn't it? Like every single time I make a video, I know my friends are gonna go like, oh my god. Every single time I post something into the group chat, into the into Ash's server, I'm always like, I always know like, okay, so they're gonna like acknowledge it at the very least. Every single time I post something onto Pixelgun, I know that there's at least gonna be like a few upvotes or something. But I don't know like how much to expect, because sometimes I make something and I'm like, people are gonna love this, and then no one, no one does, and I'm just like, oh, I guess I don't want to disappoint myself when that does happen. So that's just a bit of a thing. So yeah, but on DeviantArt, I don't expect anything. Literally nothing, not even a favorite or anything. I used to expect favorites. Every single time like I post something, I always refresh it, even though I know those are just pity favorites. Like, oh, we're in the new section. Some people posted art. Let's favorite it. But I don't care anything at all. and sometimes I get a comment also, and that's just brilliant. But other than that, it's just nothing's on DeviantArt anymore. It's sad. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah. So that's really not. I, I don't know what to actually. I might post a run cycle and stuff onto YouTube later. YouTube later because I still have to complete the saga of he walks, he talks, he flies like hawks. um, so I want to do that first before I do anything further, because I think it would be funny if I did that at the very start. But also I do need to practice flying, which I did say I was gonna do after the raffle. But oh god, I'm just really sick of animating now. But yeah, funny thing actually, which I failed to bring up, is that like the whole sketch thing, the whole drawing, the human thing. This took me like I think maybe 6 hours straight. Like I was so excited to do this. I was so ecstatic. Maybe it's just because the contest ended in like I didn't know when it ended, but it ended on the day that I was finishing it. But like it might have been in another time zone. Well, it wasn't another time zone, but I didn't know when. So I was like rushing to get it finished, and I was just really excited about doing it. Like every single time, like I was literally about to wake up and start sketching. Like I was how excited I was about it, because I never do that. I never wake up and want to do something. But I just like where is that coming from? Like that motivation to draw this. Because like animation, like the thing is, it's so weird, right? Because I always thought, oh, I don't know how to draw something, therefore I would procrastinate on it. I'll go like, oh, I'm not gonna do this until I really want to, until I really want to sit down. Maybe it is the due date, because I was sort of like thinking I might miss it and then fail to upload it on time. But other than that, I was still like really just feeling like drawing this, even though I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know what it was going to end up like. I didn't even know that I was going to shade it using cross hatching, or just hatching in general. And nevertheless, I was excited to do it. I was really getting into drawing it, and yeah, it was just a really weird feeling that I never really get with animating. For no reason, every time I look at my animations, I'm like, huh, do that later. I don't know. It probably is just the lack of a due date, which I really should have. Why? Like after I finished the run cycle, I really didn't set any more due dates, which probably would have helped with me not doing anything last week. Oh God. But yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. So I think I'm gonna maybe put something down. I just don't know like what sort of how I'm sort of gonna work, how efficient I'm gonna be, and also I don't know other real life factors like if I'm gonna go to work tomorrow or anything. I'm pretty sure I might, but I don't want to go and get zapped again. I hate getting zapped. But speaking of going back to work, my method of going to work has changed. Well, it hasn't really. I drive now. I love how every single time I'm like building up to something, and I never ever like make it worth it. I'm always just like, oh yeah, basically this happened. But yeah, past 2 days, I actually got back into driving. It's crazy, dude. Honestly, like I'm a lot better than I think. I'm like, cause I don't know, maybe it's just like the whole time I was able. Oh God, can we start like sketching stuff? But how can we like put like even more base stuff on the body? Cause I need more things to sort of put right. Like what do I like something else that like horns? I think horns might. Well, I was gonna just put horns in the your character here thing. Do I need a snout? Nah, no snout. Horn's fine, even though it looks completely demented. Oh God, maybe I might do a snout actually. Do I need the claws? I don't know if I want to put those in right now. Just the head's a bit big, isn't it? I feel like it might need a. I don't know. I don't really care. It's just we can. It's like not even that big a deal because I need to like fit it to someone's character's proportions anyway, so I need to fix everything anyway. This is just for looks, alright? This is just for just a simple dimple. Alright, but yeah, yeah, it's just been so long. It's been like, oh god, it's actually nearly been a year. Literally, like the last time I drove was like at Christmas last year, and it's like nearly December now. Oh my god, and yeah, it's just because my dad came home, we just went straight into it. Which, for whatever reason, I just agreed to. Okay, right, let's go driving tonight then. And he just took me right onto the freeway, and it was great because I don't know. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna like be awful. I didn't think I was gonna like crash or anything, but I was just sort of nervous because I haven't touched anything in like 10 years. So yeah, did that for an hour. It was quite fun. Honestly, like I find now that it's literally just like it's like you're a passenger, but you just have to like move a bit to guide yourself. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if I should be like paying more attention. I am really like attentive when I'm at the wheel, but like when I'm like just driving, when there's like nothing really going on, I just feel like, oh, all right, just turn the wheel a bit, just we're just chilling, you know. Like I don't normally do anything else in the car anyway as a passenger, so I just I'm like quite fit for driving, I guess. But yeah, I drove to work yesterday. And it was quite, well, not really rush hour, but seeing as I always go a bit later than 9, so it was still quite moderate traffic though. There was quite a lot of cars going to work, and no accidents. So pretty good. I'm trying to think. I swear there was something I did wrong, but I don't think it was actually too bad. So. But yeah, I was actually looking. I don't know if I was just looking forward to getting home, but like yesterday, when I was tired at work, I was just really like, really looking forward to drive home. Yeah, because I don't know, driving at night just sort of fills me with something. Even though it wasn't night, it was literally just like in the afternoon because I don't know, just the days are long these days. So yeah, that's really that. That's really that. I really do enjoy myself a bit of driving. And yeah. Yep. That's that's all there is really. I don't anything. I know there's other stuff, and I know there's some things that I did want to. Oh yeah. Oh God. But I'm not doing anything. I feel like I've I've expended all of my drawing capabilities for one day, drawing the stupid wings. That's all I did. Okay, fine. Let's get on with. I just don't know what I'm doing. Cause like, do I put in all the details or do I don't know, whatever. I just sketched a stupid red line. It's tracing, all right? You're not even like lining. You're just tracing something. Doesn't even have to be good. So just get on with it. Yeah, I've been doing some world building just in my head. And I've made a revelation. All right, I've made some big changes, Chungus, big changes, and it's actually quite enlightening. It was crazy, right? Because I was doing all this division stuff in my head. Basically, the elements, all the elements I have, all the fire, water, electricity, ice, wind, ground, soul, and that stuff. Yeah, I basically did a purge of those, and now we're only left with 8, I believe, 8 elements, and basically I removed what was it I removed? I removed sound and soul, and also space and time because as much as I love the concepts, I just don't think like regular dragons should have that sort of power. Like they're just mingling with the stupid fire dragons and ice dragons, and they're able to control time. Okay, but yeah, I think that I might have them in my world as like another draconic creature, but just not like the regular run of the mill dragon. But I did do a downgrade. I do still have dark, which is a bit stupid because that's one of the elements that I was like kind of iffy about. Um, but I downgraded it quite a lot. Like they were able to like control gravity and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I could still sort of make it like a powerful thing because recording right now, mum. Recording right now, mum. Um, hmm? Yeah, I'll do it later, right? But yeah, we don't know the origin of the Dark Dragon yet, so I just don't really know. Like I haven't figured those out yet. I could probably make a story for that or something. I don't know. I don't really want to tie myself down to any stories yet because I still haven't figured out the whole thing, the whole sort of I haven't figured out the whole like setting of everything. So that's still a thing. But after removing the four, um, I did some division, right? And I figured out that see we have the plasma elements, I guess. Basically the fire, electricity, and light. And we got these other two elements that are sort of similar, ice and water. And well, this was the thing I was going with. I was trying to do like a sort of like a balance sort of thing, like you know how like nature always like balances things out. I don't know if that's actually like a thing, but I like that idea. I like that idea. So I went with that. I went with the yin yang thing, and I was trying to like oppose things to each other, and basically we got well, fire and water. That's pretty self-explanatory. We got earth and wind. That's like the most eccentric one because eccentric, God, it's my word again. Every single time I think up a new word, I just keep on using it. It's a bit of a weird one, earth and wind, but I think like earth could oppose wind by blocking it, and wind could maybe blow earth over. I don't know. It's a bit of a rubbishy one, but it's gonna have to do. And we got ice and oh no, this is actually more rubbish. I don't know how I forgot ice and electricity. How does I don't know, like ice isn't conductive even though water is, and it blocks electricity, but I don't know what it can do like against electricity. Like what could it how does it oppose it? I don't know. It's just something I made up, right? It's just that. And we got light and dark, obviously. And if you divide that down, like, oh, what's ice? Well, it's just practically water. What's light? Well, that's electricity. And well, okay, we can't exactly divide electricity down to fire, but like we could say that it's a extension of it. It's like a branch of fire, is that it became more concentrated and sporadic, and that became electricity. And what we have left, what the four elements that we have. Oh yeah, well yeah, okay, for whatever reason, right? And you have to sort of follow me on this. I don't know. I don't really have an answer for this either, but for whatever reason, dark is an extension of water and ice. I don't know how. Maybe it's just like really because I guess like ice that's really like condensed maybe, and that could be darkness. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I had. That's all I could work out, and that's why I thought like, oh, dark could be like an artificial element, like oh, they created it for no reason whatsoever. Well, they created it out of like nothing or something. I don't know, but yeah. So that's the sort of thing. What we're left with basically, the four elements we're left with is fire, water, earth, and wind. That's right. Those four. And if you know anything about Avatar, The Last Airbender, I'm just kidding, but like isn't it like a thing like fire, water, earth, and water, fire, water, earth, and wind? Like aren't they like the most primitive elements, I guess? Because like that's what I sort of wanted. That's what I was like thinking. Maybe we could just have the most primal elements and not really have anything crazy like time and space. But I like the idea too much, so I went with it, and I still like the idea, so I'm gonna apply it to somewhere else. But yeah, in the end, we do end up with just those elements, which is perfect, because then I could like sort of explain like, oh, so this is like sort of how it began with the best of intentions. It has it's all these really simplistic elements, and then they evolved to become this, and there's all these extensions now. And yeah, I guess that was just quite interesting for me. I was just like, oh, cool. We can explain this now. Like they could evolve because I don't know, maybe like this is just theoretical. I haven't really set in stone yet. Maybe fire could be like trying to get an edge. Like when the Fire Nation attacked, they could like trying to get an edge on water because, they're like opposites, and develop electricity. Even though I don't know how like electricity would work because everything is like sort of water, but basically electricity, like water conducts, like that, and that's like a more powerful version of fire, I guess. So kind of, I don't know, it's just a bit strange, but you're gonna have to go with it. And then to retaliate, water became ice, so that it doesn't conduct electricity anymore. And then to counter ice, I mean, to be honest, they could have just went with fire, but they made light for whatever reason. They made global warming. Well, not global warming isn't light, is it? But they made light to melt the ice more efficiently, I guess. I don't know. And to counter that, they made dark because dark is the counter to light. Yes, of course. So yeah, it's not really much sense to it. But it gets us where we need to go. So yeah, that's really that. And soul and sound just have no place left. I think, yeah, I could probably make like a separate sort of creature for soul, because that's like a sort of thing in and of itself. I don't really think it would be that that great to have just regular dragons as soul. And sound just doesn't. We're removing sound completely because it was like a really random element anyway. I did sort of get the idea of ice electric as well, but like I just thought like anything that I could make into an element I would, and that it was that period of time where I just made like, I don't know, metal element. I guess that's from Pokemon, and nature element. But that's just like I just reverted that to just uh, earth, and well, yeah, earth is metal and uh, uh natural. So yeah, you might as well just go with that. But yeah, sound is just completely like, what are you gonna do? Just I don't know. I mean, it does sound does sound quite helpful. But I don't know. It just seems a bit of a really specific one. So I just thought, nah, no sound, no thanks. But time and space, those are cool, right? We want teleporting dragons uh dragons that can see into the future. Cause why not? I said the thing. So yeah, that's really that. And any other developments? Not really, to be honest. We got I think it's kind of interesting how Amp and Chalice has become opposites now, even though, like I said, it completely makes no sense because electricity is absolutely not the opposite of fire, of ice. So that's great. Nothing new on the characters, to be honest. The characters have just stayed the same. Luckily, I didn't make any of them like a really strange element. Maybe it's just like subconsciously I knew that it wasn't gonna fly, and I would remove them in the future. But yeah, I mean, wind was close to getting removed. I didn't I didn't really know what use I had for it, so that wouldn't have been good. I mean, I could totally just change August's element. I don't really care about what she is, more just her character. So yeah, but everyone else, I do really like their. Oh god, electricity doesn't make much sense, does it though? It doesn't. But what are you gonna do? You can't do anything about it because Amp's already a main character. So, and everybody has electric elements, right? No one even cares anymore. They're not gonna go like, you have all these elements that make sense, and then you have electricity. How's that work? And it doesn't matter. No one cares. So yeah, that's really. That's sort of fortunate that I got all this figured out. Also, I got sort of some more ideas for societies. We could have just big societies, and then societies that like go all over the place, and then we could just have like nomads, and then we could have other people that just don't do much. Yeah, the world building hasn't extended that far, but it's good that we've got a sort of thing with it, and yeah, so it's just fine, I guess. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Not a bad development. So, yeah. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, yeah. I maxed Town Hall 11 in Clash of Clans, and I'll be able to upgrade to Town Hall 12 tomorrow, because that's when the season ends, and I can collect all the lovely loot, and be able to get a head start. That'd be lovely. So, yeah, not really that important, because no one cares about Clash of Clans, but yeah, that is happening. That is the thing that's going on. Let me check my apps. Anything I've actually done? No, not really. Yeah. I did go out. I did go out that time. Like, I don't know, a day or two after the last talk, I went out for like a 3 hour ride. Don't know why. I went like really far as well. Like, I wasn't planning on going very far, but I was planning on just going out and getting like a a Sunday from Macca's, because that was a deal on that day, and it was really good as well because it was like super hot out, and I got it like after the 3 hour ride, and it was just lovely. It was scary though, because like it was after school time, and I was scared that a bunch of people were just gonna come around, which a group of girls did, but it didn't really matter. Which I didn't realize as well. Oh yeah, no, it was a Wednesday, wasn't it? Yeah. So halfway between this talk and last talk, maybe not really halfway, right before, but yeah. Everybody, all my friends would have finished class earlier, so I was actually going out right as they were going home, so I probably got spotted or something. So that wouldn't have been good. I don't know. I just don't really want to let on to what I'm up to these days, because it's just I don't know. It's just a bit more private than usual, but I guess I shouldn't really need to worry about it that much. It's not gonna be the death of me, you know. So it'll be fine. But yeah, it was a really nice bike trip. I didn't ride my mountain bike because I just thought it wasn't really that worth it. But yeah, it wasn't really like, oh, I got shouted at actually. I was riding down the road, and then some guys on a moped or something, or on a motorbike, just just two like I don't know, 20-year-old guys, I don't know, maybe they were younger. They just rode past me and like screamed at me because their horn wasn't loud enough. I'd bet that they would like, I think it's like one of those pranks where like you like you blow the horn on your vehicle to scare whoever, and their horn just went like meep meep, so they just had to scream at me instead. It was quite terrifying, but don't tell them that. So yeah, it was a nice trip though. It was a nice grass touching session, even though I was on my bike the whole time. Got a nice workout. Actually managed to ride up the hill that I wasn't able to ride up that easily before. Somehow, I don't know how my stamina's actually like working. So yeah, that was good. That was nice, and that's really it. That's all there is to talk about, I think. Well, all that I'm willing to talk about today, anyway. Um, Really, not much else to update on. Friends? Any friends? No friends. Got no friends. Food? Any good food? I made a lovely, lovely mushroom soup with gnocchi. Well, it wasn't meant to be a soup. It was meant to just be a sort of dip. But it's a sauce. But I had too much water because I was trying to wash something, and I failed. So it's a bit rubbish. But that's fine. It's all good. So yeah, it's really that. I guess it's time to have lunch now. So. Yeah, God, can we just finish this line first? I need to. Oh, no, I guess we're not. We're incapable. Alright, whatever. Not great progress, but it works.